What's going on, folks? CJ Lauerman, aka That Sports Gamer here, head of community for Out of the Park Developments, and we are back for another episode of our White Sox franchise, Chicago Hope. And tonight, I'm joined again by our good buddy Alex. Alex, how's it going?
It's going pretty good, TJ. Glad to be back. Glad to see if we can keep this Chicago White Sox playoff hopes alive and roll it into the October.
Yeah, you guys know Alex as a super sport guy and as AZ Axel in the chat. So, he's in the chat also.
There I am.
There he is. Look, hey-o. So yeah, we're doing a stream tonight because tomorrow night I have a thing that is now probably going to get rained out. So, maybe we'll be back with Baseball America stream tomorrow night. We'll see. Who knows? Most likely not. So we'll do the next Baseball America stream next Tuesday, probably. So I'm going to highly recommend you guys follow the channel, turn your notifications on. Hit us up on Twitter at OOTP Baseball, Facebook.com/OOTP Baseball. Everywhere else, Discord.gg/OOTP. I feel like I have not done the rundown of websites recently. Forums.ootpdevelopments.com.
Don't forget the Instagram.
The IG at Out of the Park Baseball, which has like 4 posts on it. You know what it is? It's all the Facebook ads go through that. I don't understand Facebook and ads and Facebook.
I don't understand Facebook in general. Yeah,
I rock this as of right now. Baseball America Prospects League is not going to be tomorrow night. Do we have a TikTok? No.
TikTok. Oh.
I was thinking about setting up an OnlyFans. I don't know how we would do that. Because you could just look
with the stitches coming off.
Look. First off, brilliant. Secondly, OnlyFans is essentially just Patreon. It's just you and your dirty mind equate it to other things.
Yeah, it's basically all it is.
It's just another Patreon. Yeah, you guys got dirty minds. I'm about ready for a haircut again. After like 7 months of not having a haircut, after like 6 weeks, I'm like, I'm ready for another haircut. Let's get this going.
Just gotta keep it back in shape.
Yeah, I gotta, so let me give you the long story. Obviously, we're here to talk about the White Sox. More importantly, we're here to talk about facial hair. So I had it go like this because I got a little patchy here usually.
Yeah.
But my guy was like, you should do it up here. And I was like, yeah, but it's a little patchy sometimes, so let's just do it down here where I was already doing it. And so I was like, I'm just gonna let this grow in and see what's up. And it looks like now we can raise the lines a little bit, maybe. A little something, a little more. Or more like, hold on. I'm weird looking at the camera backwards and now the wrong way. So, gonna move the line up, I think.
You point left and it's like, nope, that's the wrong direction. Yeah, I don't know why we're not getting the quality settings for the stream tonight. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just what TJ streams at or if it's
I stream at the highest quality.
I mean, yeah, I do too. I get settings though. I always get the quality settings whenever I do my streams, but weird.
No idea.
Our apologies about that, guys.
I believe we're streaming at 1920 by 1080p at 5,000 kilobits per second.
5,000?
Yeah, man. I don't mess around over here.
You do 5,000?
Yeah, I don't play around. I want to send the viewers the most greatest video that they can see.
I thought my 3,500 was high for most of the other streamers on this platform.
Well, that's called amateur hour over here.
Woof. Gotta step up my game, I guess, then.
I don't even know where I would see these stream settings.
Well, it may be something with whatever program you're using to do the streaming versus Twitch. I don't know. Sometimes Twitch is really finicky with how they do quality settings and the options to do like 480 or 720. Sometimes they're just like, yeah, you're just not gonna get it today. Sorry.
Could just be one of those things.
Sure.
But I'd like to say hello to all 384 people that this says are watching the stream right now. Drops are enabled. So if you haven't already enabled your Perfect Team account, tie it to your Twitch, ! drops, and you can do that. You can be earning packs as you watch.
It's basically free money.
Essentially. Where are we in this game here? 4th of July, which is where we left off.
Hey!
So
you can party.
I don't have firework explosions.
We're not as set up as Chris is, unfortunately, with the sound effects and the visual cues and other stuff.
Yeah, we should do that. We should do all that. It sounds like I feel like for 22, we're gonna come out of the park literally with some We'll do fireworks. Maybe just some flames. I don't know.
Banners flying across the screen.
We should. We should ask whoever does the perfect team graphics to get us the actual. Just get us like the fireworks out of perfect team.
The animations for it?
Yeah. But with like a clear background so we can just lay it over what we're doing here.
Yes. Part of me wants to say that those files are actually in the game's files, but I don't know if they're editable, like video files, or if they're like hardcored into some of the programming stuff. But
this is my number one reason that I love streaming with the chat here, because the ideas just start flowing.
Everything comes to you right now. It's like, oh yeah, we could do this, we could do this.
Yeah.
And you never think of them when you're, by yourself. Yeah. So I totally understand that.
By
the way, our Birmingham Barons are absolute garbage.
28-52. That's because we keep taking their guys and moving them up.
We might need to get them some additional support in AA.
Winston-Salem Dash, though, tearing it up.
They're doing great. I'd love to see a 563 winning percentage.
Yeah, we took a lot of those guys. We've been sniping all those relievers from them.
That's true. That's true. We did just bring a bunch of those kiddos up.
Yeah, and then we tried to do some stupid trades. That didn't really work out too well.
I mean, we still have the option of trading away Kella and who was the other person we wanted to get rid of? Outfielder, right? We wanted to think about getting rid of Vaughn.
Who?
We were thinking of getting rid of Vaughn and Kella either closer to the trade deadline for either
somebody big,
either a better corner outfielder. Depending upon how our injuries pan out, though, we might be getting a pitcher.
Yeah. Right. We had a big injury, right? That was the.
Didn't Cease go down? Or no, it was
somebody.
It wasn't Giolito, hopefully.
We can always go look.
It was Giolito, wasn't it?
Was it Giolito?
I don't see him on the rotation. That's not a good sign.
Remember, everybody was fighting and getting suspended?
Oh, that's right. We've had multiple fisticuffs. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Let's see.
Everyone seems to be just like completely just throwing themselves at each other.
Yes, Lucas Giolito, bicep tendonitis.
Oh, man.
Cal Quantrill also down with some finger
that's right. It was a couple weeks. So it wasn't like a full-on, 60 to 80 L, but still, that's 4 weeks. That's a month and a
right.
Well, it's about a month.
Yeah, we talked about that, and I think it was like he's going to come back right at the deadline.
Right at the trade deadline. Yeah. But I don't think we wanted to get rid of Giolito at the trade deadline. I think we were fine with keeping the rotation the way it was.
Right. For the most part, right? Because we got Zach Plesac was the guy that we called up.
Yep, we called up Plesac, and we also called up, we were thinking about calling up, who was the other kid?
We had a couple minor league guys, right? Coda.
Yep. So we brought them up to AAA to give them a little bit more time.
Yeah.
Because we're concerned about them going straight from AA to AAA.
Yeah.
But we're interested in seeing if we can get Kella. Yeah, we have Carter and Collins as well on the trade deadline, or the trading block. But we're also concerned about the bullpen. Colomb is also someone else we were thinking about maybe improving his quality a little bit because he's also expensive. You talk about two expensive people, and that's Kella and Colomb, and that's, I think we considered it was about $20 million between the two of them combined. So if we can involve them in a deal near the trade deadline, we could optionally swap them out for somebody who actually would give us a playoff run. Yes. Which would be better than getting rid of Vaughn, because Vaughn still has good potential. If he can develop into the hitter he's supposed to be, he would still be a very adequate DH.
Yeah, I mean, he's all blues and greens. He should be a monster for us.
Yeah, he's got to develop into that, unfortunately. Yeah. And so far for the season,
only 5 home runs in 48 games. The 360 on base, not bad. But
yeah,
doesn't have a ton
batting
of power
average
right now.
Though is just not there. Yeah, the homers aren't coming through yet. I like the discipline. I like having. I mean, he should get more walks than what he's got right now. But hey. We'll see. He hasn't been playing full-time either. He's only played half of the season or so.
Yeah.
So,
a little more than half.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is he is he like a victim of circumstance? What's his
Well, I don't remember if you had him starting at DH at the beginning of the season or if you had him trying to swap out time with Rizzo at first. Like, you'd have to look at your entire hitter lineup at this point to see who's been getting a lot of playing time, because
I feel like played a game at third base. That's not what that is. What I want to see...
Big Red is correct. Yeah, when you shave off your entire beard, it's like you like de-age by about 10 years.
Yeah, it's so weird. I think Chris is in the chat. I saw a picture. He put like a throwback picture on Instagram where he shaved, and I was like, "Who?
Oh no,
who's this?"
Wait, who's this person? Mr. Cousin?
Where is? What I'm looking for? He's had a 313 BABIP, so it's not like he's getting BABIP.
Did he start off the season in AAA, or was he injured?
No, he spent a couple games down there. I don't know why.
Just a couple, though. So did we just not expect him to start this year, and he's just...
I feel like, did we trade someone?
We must have traded somebody to allow him to have a roster spot, because with the way he's developed right now, only 2.5 stars, he is really supposed to be in AAA right now. Like, he really should have another full season in AAA before we do that.
Where are we? July, June.
Yeah, the major transactions would be.
I could probably just look on his page and see. He got hurt and went to AAA for rehab. That was why he was in AAA.
That's why. Okay.
But who would have been DHing to start the season? Which is why I'm thinking maybe we moved someone.
Would Aquino have been the DH, or what? A chance at DH kind of situation?
Somebody gave Seth Beer the chance to DH when
That's
Vaughn
true.
went down. That did not work.
That's true. And then you optioned him off. You had Nick Heath on the Major League roster for a little bit of time, which I'm questionable about that personally, but that's okay.
That was I think, I forget, one of the outfielders went down. We were just like,
okay.
We got an extra outfielder right here.
All right.
We can run around.
You had a Kill Badu at one point? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He didn't do nothing for us, to my knowledge.
That kid develops. In the right team, that kid develops so well.
I don't know. I don't remember how we started the season with Andrew Vaughn. I feel like I would have had him DH the whole time to start.
I think he may have gotten injured during spring training, and you basically had him rehab, and now he's back. I think. That's all. Only thing I can think of is that he had a little bit of rehab time.
Oh, okay. You know what it was? His injury was 5 weeks. That's why.
Yep. So you definitely needed to have him rehab for about 5 days, about a week.
Yeah, he got hurt in May.
And he got brought back and replaced somebody else when he was ready to come back. So
that was
makes sense.
The big Seth Beer replacement. Okay.
So the bigger question today, TJ, are we going to follow suit with the Chicago White Sox in their decision-making?
Look, let me tell you why I love streaming with you. Because I was literally about to segue, if you will, into discussing that.
Ah, very good.
Today the White Sox let go of Rick Renteria. Who else did they let go of? Someone else too, or am I trying to think of a football transaction where they released the coach and GM at the same time?
I think a GM got released, but I don't remember. I don't think that was the White Sox. I think that was somebody else.
So, Renteria in real life brought the White Sox to the playoffs, and then he got canned. But I feel like that's a good thing in theory, because maybe they felt like he could get them to the playoffs, but it's not like he's a win you a World Series kind of manager.
Agreed. I feel like he has a limit, and we basically saw that limit this year with his squad.
And
they're
right
good.
now,
they've got a lot of talent.
And right now in the game, it kind of feels like we're hitting that limit. We went 85 and 77 in 2020, 88 and 74 in 21.
Yeah. And
I mean, unless something drastically changes, I mean, we'll have a couple more wins this year, hopefully.
Yeah, he kind of reminds me of who was the D-backs manager? Kirk Gibson. For like 3 or 4 years, they had a good squad, but he would consistently make them a 500 team because of just poor decision making and giving people days off when, you know, in reality that probably hurt the team a lot more than it helped the players stay, you know, healthy. And yeah, it took us like 4 or 5 years to realize that, yeah, we're never going to get better than like maybe like 83, 84 wins because the manager is just not going to be aggressive enough to push us for that. So, you know, you got to move on.
So I'm actually surprised the Mets didn't make the playoffs this year because Terry Collins, notable for every team that he coaches, like 2 or 3 seasons later, they're in the World Series or winning a World Series. So
I feel like he has a set system, though, because he was with the Royals, right?
I think he was with the Royals for a little bit and then left, and then they won. I believe he was with the Angels for a couple of years before Socia took over, and then they got to the World Series like right after he left.
That's correct. It was just the Astros, Astros and Angels, not the Royals.
Not the Royals.
Royals were somebody else. I don't remember who the Royals had. That was
the Royals were
end of the
Rick
Yost
Renteria
era, right?
Oh no, Cubs were Renteria.
I've completely forgotten. I mean, they had Ned Yost as their manager for a little bit of time too, but I don't remember what years. That was 2010 till 2019, so he had a long period of time. Wow, forgot how long Ned Yost was on the Royals.
He's one of the longest. I think he was actually like one of the longest tenured head coaches in baseball at a point.
I think you're right. Good grief.
All right. Well, also we might need to do something because we've kind of started falling back a little bit. I think we were up like 6 games.
Yeah, the rest of the American League Central has done a really good job of catching up. The Twins and Indians have been really red hot right now.
And we've been very bad. We're 3-7 in the last 10, and they've both been 7-3.
Yeah, that's just the winds of change almost to an extent. So, yeah, and the hardest part is we did just lose Giolito for a month, so we even just lost our ace.
So if we can even go 500 in that time, that would be great.
Yeah, I think that would be the goal, would be to basically go 500 at this point.
But I mean, we did call up, who did we put in the take spot? It was Zach Plesac took the spot, right? And he pitched good in his first outing, or first, I think 2 outings he's had. I think he's had 1 start. And some of these other ones have been relief appearances. And you know, we got Dane Dunning, who we're still trying to wait to come around a little bit. Why is your morale very unhappy? Let's go double check our team morale because we need to make sure everybody's happy.
Why is he unhappy?
Everybody's excited.
Does he want to be in the starting rotation? Is that his problem?
Yeah, but he is in the starting rotation, which is maybe he just needs a little more time there to.
Dunning's our long reliever, I believe.
Yeah. No, I was talking about.
Oh, Plesac?
Yeah.
Yeah. That might just be because he hasn't gotten a start in the majors, and you know he's waiting for that first time to get starting, and then he'll be more happy at that point.
Can we see? I think at least. We don't have a game start. Yeah, he relieved for Logan Allen. Yeah, because remember we had that problem when we were making those changes. We kind of got like Giolito went down at like the exact worst time where
nobody was available to pitch. It was so bad.
And I don't think we had a day off for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, we had what was it, like 10 straight games, I believe.
Yeah, so we have.
I mean, I put my my resume in for the White Sox assistant GM position, but I haven't heard back yet. So.
Interesting. Alex, you have your pencil and pen ready?
I do.
Weirdly enough, there was a game scheduled for the Monday before the All-Star game. In 2022. We also added an extra couple teams.
Well, we could go in and manually change the All-Star game to the 6th.
We're not going to do that. But I'm just letting you know.
Huh. It looks like it was supposed to put it on the 6th, but it somehow misscheduled it on the 5th. That's weird.
All-Star game is always on Tuesday.
Is it always on a Tuesday?
Yeah. Like the weekend said.
Oh.
On a Tuesday.
That's true.
I think. I assume it's always on a Tuesday. But yeah, everybody plays that Sunday, and then they leave, and Sunday day games. And done. All right. All-Star game. Let's finish today. So I technically have the Home Run Derby. Oh, Phillies. What's up? They want Luis Alexander Basabe.
Ooh,
Corey Collins.
What would they be willing to give?
For a 37-year-old Chris Johnson? Is Chris Johnson the greatest player alive? 7-6.
Oh my
actually not
gosh.
atrocious, but not great.
I mean, is he going to be a? I don't think that he would increase our starting rotation.
He's going to be nothing.
Much.
His last 2 games, he's given up 5 runs in 2 innings and 5 runs in 4.
So he was doing well.
He's actually very good up until his last 2 starts. He had a 2.92 ERA. He was 7-4 from West Covina. So I'm gonna hard pass on this one. Sorry.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting rid of Luis Basabe for an option out there. You know, chop him around, see what we can get, especially with Collins, because I think. No, that's a different Collins. Zach Collins was the one we wanted to ship around.
We were looking at moving him a little bit.
Miguel Castro got traded to the Chaparrals. Interesting. Okay.
Mike Trout won the home run challenge.
Of course.
Dream come true.
Taking away Eugenio Suarez, 23-22. Not bad.
All right, let's. Do we have anybody in? Today's the day, right?
By the way, TJ, what kind of a international prospects list do we have right now? Like who do we have in our internationals?
Hold on, let me see. I just want to see who's making the All-Star team real fast.
Oh, yeah.
Moncada, obviously. 31 Jacks, the All-Star break.
Yes, Moncada's having a breakout year. Gotta have him there.
Eloy hitting 316, 25
representing
Jacks.
2.
JD Martinez, who we had for a hot minute.
Hey, Trevor Story for the shortstop in the National League. Nice.
JD Davis. JD Davis didn't work out for us. He was all right. 23, 20, yeah. He was all right. Again, 248, 324. I can't get behind that.
Did much better in Cleveland the next year, unfortunately. Although technically he hit 38 homers for 2020. You just got him later in the season, so I guess he did okay. But that batting average, that won't win you many games.
No, sir.
Why is Martinez playing this year in the All-Star game? He's only 2.5 stars.
Yeah, they've seen the DH. Nolan Jones playing good enough.
Gosh. So Vladdy doesn't get to play?
Vlad's only hitting 332 with a 408 on base. Hey, man. I don't write the rules here. But Nolan Jones got there, so we got another guy there.
Put him in DH for Pete's sake. Yeah. And we have Luis Robert, so that's nice as well.
4
guys. We have 4. I mean, our offense, definitely our biggest strong suit right now.
I don't know who
outside of
is.
Oh man, Kirilloff made it for the Twins. Ooh. I'm not biased, even though his name is Alex. Okay, maybe I'm a little biased.
Slightly biased.
Hey, just slightly, just a little bit.
Oh, Jesus Delgado made it.
Hey, sweet, there we go. Big return for us right there.
5 guys. That's a great international signing.
That is a fantastic international signing. That's the one where you're like, yes, this worked out perfectly for us.
Did I give him $5 million? That's the real question.
$5 million would be easy sell. That's an easy sell. 4 is what he has right now.
4. Oh yeah, I gave him a 3-year, 3 or 4-year deal. Yeah, 4-year deal, $4 million a pop, and I got a team option for another 4.
Nice. So you'll definitely take that team option. What's his age? 23.
23. I mean.
Woo, boy. Okay, so he's playing in the major thrust of his life. Yeah. So you're looking for an extension at that point.
So we got some international. We did sign some international free agents already. This guy is awful. And a couple 3.
Do you have any on your team already? If you go to like the rosters page and go to international, do we have anybody?
I don't think anybody that was good
in our system at all. Just want to make sure I know what exactly we've got on the squad at this point.
We got a bunch of guys that are happy, which is number 1. But
that's always good. That's always good.
Half-star pots, so not great.
That's sometimes, well, especially for like pitchers, I almost always go to OSA and see what OSA thinks about them, especially for international prospects. Because
who's this Jordan Aguilar?
Ooh,
he's got some speed.
He looks good.
Have some power.
And that's someone who's 17, so their development stage. If you pump a bunch of money into your development for player development, that can go up. That can go up a lot.
And durable.
And he's a great outfielder. He would easily be a center fielder for you. Oh, that's not bad.
Kind of good everywhere. With some speed.
And I absolutely agree, Kazumi. There is a potential down the road that I will play a single-player game where I can only play with people named Alex. I can only get all of the Alexes in a game and
Alex
see how good that team could be. That'd be fun.
Yeah, you could do that.
And yes, it's turning up discoveries to 24. That's big. I'd like doing that. I feel like that's a little cheaty, but it's definitely more worth it because it feels more realistic just for the amount of prospects you get and kind of keeping it closer to realism.
Let's just quick play this. I just want to know how the White Sox did in the All-Star game.
Yeah, I want to see how our players did.
Well, we scored 11 runs. We did not get a
Woot woot!
Mancata went 0-3. Come on, my guy.
Whoa, it was an offensive slugfest.
But Mancata went 0-3 with a K.
How do you go 0-3? I mean, sure, it's the this is the All-Star game. These are the best of the best.
Let's go to extra innings. We just had a ton. We had 40 at bats.
Wow, just so much offense.
So that means we left like 13 on base then, right? 11. Eloy 1 for 2. Nolan Jones 0 for 1. Lou Bob 0 for 2, left 4 on base.
Yeah, that's just. Oh, I mean, Mike Trout 0 for 3 for 2 strikeouts. Good grief, that's supposed to be the best of the best right there.
Oh, Clint Frazier though, turning it on.
Good grief.
Clint Frazier.
The Rockies players coming through though. Wow. Clint Frazier, nice.
Yo, can we not wear out my guy? Jesus Delgado, 2 1/3, gives up 3 hits, no runs, 2 Ks, 2 walks.
Oh my gosh, why did they burn Delgado?
Use a starting pitcher, 1 time.
Wait, so
making notes.
Okay, so they didn't go extra innings, but we just lost it still. Wow, good grief.
Yeah, and he locked him down after the 6th.
Yeah, he did. He did a great job.
Oh no, wait, when did he pitch? I'm so
That
confused.
was the 7th, 8th, and 9th. 1 inning in the
after
one
the
3rd
inning,
in the.
score.
Oh yeah. 1 inning in the 1/3 of an inning in the 6th, and the 7th and the 8th. Woo.
Who makes up these rules? Make a note. Make a note about that. So who's player of the game? Kevin Kiermaier.
I would say it's probably either going to be Kiermaier or it was going to be Story or Dahl. Those were the best 3. Man, Edwin Diaz giving up 7 runs.
Oh, Kiermaier's in the AL.
He's AL. He's AL. So sometimes they'll give player of the game away to the opposing team, even though the other team wins because they just had a fantastic performance.
Yeah, 2 for 2, 4 RBIs.
4 RBIs. Gotta love that.
And he scored both times.
He hit a grand slam. I mean, you can't get much better than that off of Diaz.
That would be how he did it. Yeah. That'll get it done. I mean, not get us a W, but whatevs.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
The good thing is now that we're over this little hump, we get a couple days off. The pitchers, except for Jesus Delgado,
everybody resets. Well, Delgado will be fine, actually, because about 2 or 3 days off is actually perfectly fine for most relief pitchers to come back. Although he is probably like burned. So...
Actually, and I want to say he has crazy stamina.
He did have crazy stamina. He has like 60.
If I can click.
Which I'm really upset he doesn't have a 3rd pitch because you could make him into a starter at that.
Exactly. That was my biggest problem. 68 stamina.
Seriously, he just needs to get like 1 more pitch just out of the blue, and to develop that last pitch. And that's a 4-star starting pitcher right about there.
Yep.
He will be gassed for about another probably 2 days.
All right,
so I think he'll be fine
today, or we're gonna hit finish today again.
Yep. Get up to the next game at this point. And I rock this. You're completely correct. A lot of times it will feel like the AI kind of gets the better upper hand ability for the international prospects until you get the one player yourself that is like 5-star to 5 stars and is like good at everything. And then the AI just can't stop you because you have the best player in the game by far.
Yeah, some of those international prospects come in so crazy good.
The ones that I dislike the most are the ones where it's not a international prospect. It's a random independent league signage. Like they find somebody and they're fully developed and they're 5-star. Those are the ones that I don't like. Where suddenly a team just grabs and gets a new ace pitcher out of the blue and it's like, what? Where? No, it's not possible.
Is it not possible?
It's possible, but it's basically, think of it like a Stopknack.
Who's this guy?
Yeah. I mean, basically, it's Dobnak, but a little bit better.
Well, who's this guy for the Rays? What's his name? He pitched games. He pitched in both games, right? I believe.
For the playoffs so far today?
You're gonna make me find a box score to go look this up, aren't you?
Oh, I'm totally gonna make you find the box score, man. That's like my job. My life is to make your life harder. That's like literally my job.
I want a box score. Can I just get a box score? It was the dude they took in like a random Rule 5 draft from the Astros. I forget which pitcher.
Fairbanks?
Yes. Sounds right.
I mean, Fairbanks has been a pretty good prospect for a couple of years now.
Listen, if you're
are you talking about
for a
Luke?
couple of years, you know what you are? Not a good prospect.
Not a good prospect.
There, I said.
Oh, I guess his name is actually Pete Fairbanks.
Thompson.
Okay, interesting.
Thompson, I believe.
Thompson. Oh, yeah, Thompson. I'd have to look up his information a little bit here too.
A Rule 5 steal, always my favorite in this game.
They are the best.
2018.
When you can get those people that just like slot in perfectly with what you needed, and it's just like, yes, that's all I needed. Mm-hmm. Great.
Big OOTP 18 or 19, the Trent Grisham's. Take Trent Grisham every time.
Yes.
We kind of, not gonna lie, we kind of predicted the dominance of Trent Grisham. Like
we kind of did. Like every single year, he would not perform well in real life, but we would be like, nah, he's still going to be really good. And now that he's good, it's like, yeah, we expected that.
Okay, Jace Fry eligible to come off the DL. Aaron Bummer not looking great. He's got a cold.
Hey, we won 9-8 though, so we'll take the win.
And Aaron Bummer is lights out essentially.
I mean, I'd leave Bummer in. It's just one day.
Jace Fry, you know what? You've been on the rehab. You've been out for a while, so we're gonna send you on a rehab assignment.
Oh yeah, I almost would always go for rehabs at this point. If they've been injured for a while, or at this point, even if it's been like a couple weeks, yeah, I always just sit them down, give myself a little bit of time.
Oh, we got Cal Quantrill coming back in a week.
Wow,
we're a game back of the division now. We're 2 games back of the division, so that's looking great.
Cleveland's just getting everything right now.
Maybe we should have someone go fight with them again.
Yeah, go fight Lindor.
And they signed Henry Velasquez. I don't know who that is.
Let's go have one of our bench players go fight Lindor and just be like, yeah, just we're going to take both of you guys out for like a couple days.
Matt Manning's going to miss the rest of the season for the Charlotte Fighting Lions, formerly the Detroit Tigers.
Yep, former Tigers top tier prospect, Matt Manning.
Okay. Oh, this is... Yeah, we are not playing great.
So we're going to start encroaching on the trade deadline here pretty soon. So
all right, let's go one more week and see what happens.
Yeah, maybe more than a week. We'll see.
Maybe we need to just mix up the lineup, something to get this team back on track.
Yeah, unless this is a little bit of course correction.
Or this is just what a Rick Renteria team looks like.
I mean, that may also be the fact where it's just like, look, we have the talent, we just don't have the manager that's playing the talent correctly, and the Indians and Twins have got great managers. So, yeah,
I feel that's what happens, and this seems to be what happens is that we always start off well and then slowly.
Yeah, the spring is always really good, and then it just kind of falls away by the end of the season.
Kella has a sore wrist.
And technically, I rock this. If a player still has a major league contract, you can still acquire them via the Rule 5 if they are waived and designated for assignment and removed from the 40-man. They'll show up on a Rule 5 draft. So you can actually acquire somebody with a current contract. Oh, man. Vidal Brujan as a Rule 5 pickup? That's great. Yeah, Brujan develops into such a good second baseman. He hits so well.
Eloy's got a bruised foot.
Oh, I'm not mad, Rockets. That's a great prospect you sent me on Discord. That's really, really top notch. Let me send you the person that I got. We'll compare and contrast while TJ looks through the rest of our team here.
I think we're gonna have to.
We gonna make the move now?
Just thinking how we want to do this. Because we got that Ozuna guy too. Jose Ozuna that we picked up.
True.
He's been playing very well in his limited time.
That's true. He was doing pretty gosh darn well for us.
And Andrew Vaughn, I feel like, is not getting over the hump. Again, still very young. With a lot on his plate.
Vaughn's at that stage, though, where if he doesn't perform now, you could lose a lot of prospect potential for him. It could just fall apart, and then you're left with, just the tail end of a prospect that isn't tradable. Nobody wants him, and he's just depth now.
You know what else I don't want is to not make the playoffs.
Well, with this squad, you need to give Renteria an opportunity to make playoffs and prove himself here. And if he doesn't, then you fire him. So, yeah, we need to make sure that we give him the best possible team. And if he can't make it work, then you know what? He's dumped.
I'm gonna...
And Rizzo's done... I mean, Rizzo is still slumping a little bit since his blurred vision problems, but, he's still trustable. With the 40+ doubles and the almost 30 home runs, he's still very much our first baseman for at least this year, probably the next couple of years.
I was actually thinking about moving him to DH because I'm just trying to look. Ozuna's got
31
His
defense
range,
isn't
31 range,
not the best.
51 error for Ozuna.
He's not taller,
62.
But I mean that's the question. Is like, do you want to just try to have Ozuna play more? Is that our option? Is to try to throw Ozuna more?
I might give Ozuna the ability to play DH because he's played 53. He's played.
He started a few games in the past couple of weeks.
But I feel like he's not necessarily an on base upgrade over Andrew Vaughn, but he's seemingly a way better hitter. He's hitting 60 points higher and slugging 150 points higher.
He's better on the batting average, OBP, slugging percentage, ISO. Everything is better than Vaughn. So we're upgrading over Vaughn. Vaughn hasn't been, terrible, but that 0.5 WAR has not been fantastic. So, you're not going to really be able to do much with Vaughn right now. So if we want to start shopping around after we lost 5-19 against Cleveland, oh man, we need a change.
I mean, so here's what I'm thinking. Here are my options that I'm thinking through right now. I think Vaughn's going to lose the DH spot.
I agree on that. At least.
The question is, at least the DH spot. We could see what else is out there. Maybe you can look at the minors. The question is, do we want to give it to Ozuna? Which would be something we could do. That's straight up flip. We could also give it to Nolan Jones. And then we could move. And then we would do Nolan Jones becomes the DH, move Moncada back to third.
I like that idea.
Back to second, Tyler Freeman to short.
Yep, I like that idea. There was also the idea earlier about having Eloy Jimenez stop playing left field because he's not the best defender in left as well. So
right.
Yeah, I think Vaughn has. But... Yeah, he's an average left fielder. Like he won't hurt you, but he won't be anything impressive out in left.
Right.
And I think we can get by with that.
And Oliveras is not playing. And Oliveras is actually not playing well.
He's not playing well at all. So to an extent, you almost want to shop Oliveras at this point too.
I could probably. I mean, he's not terrible out there. We could almost move Ozuna to the outfield. Play him in right.
Does he play a decent right field?
I mean, 38, but.
What's his ratings for outfield?
35 range, 48 error, and 71 arm. So he's got a good arm.
The arm's good. The range would hurt him a little bit, but he could develop into something a little bit better than 38, I think.
And I feel like, do we have someone else in AAA or something? And we have Basabe, who's not really doing much in AAA.
Yeah, Basabe is almost trade prospect, almost like trade bait at this point, because I don't think he'll develop into what we're looking for, which is a win now candidate.
I mean, we could bring Beer back up and give him another shot.
Oof. He is such a DH.
He also does not have the he also does not have the outfield.
So I mean, the problem is just that Beer is literally a DH. Is he trying to learn right field right now? Oh man, he's so bad.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's where he's playing right now.
So, I mean, I would almost say stick Beer, Basabe, Olivares, and Vaughn on like the trading block. Because at this point, we need to start getting offers for those guys and see what people like. Because I don't think any of those guys are going to be on our team if we make playoffs. They just wouldn't be.
Beer, Basabe.
I mean, I would probably put Vaughn on there and see what Vaughn gets us as well. But I mean, that's just where you want to then just start piecing together, like, all right, what are the 2 best prospects or people on these lists that we can like couple together for like a really nice return package? What would be our best options for that?
I mean, Martin was all right last year, but not so much this year. Sometime.
Yeah, Adolfo's still developing, so I would give him probably another year. And Martin's been pretty good. He's almost, I think he's more fully developed than Adolfo is, at least.
Can I get some Lubobs? Can I get some more Lubobs on my team?
That's basically what we're looking for, is someone else who's kind of like Luis Robert. Wow, Baez is on the trading block. Okay. That's actually an interesting potential there if the Cubbies would be willing to give us
more other players.
Yes, more of the Cubbies players. Let's just take the entire Cubs team. We'll just take all of it. I'd be interested in seeing what they would be demanding for Baez. Well, the thing is, I rock this, that even if Baez has a really high contract, which he does, it's about $20 million. We could offer something. Oh, he's free agent at the end of the year. So he'd be a rental. But, you dump away Kella and Colomb, and you equal out Baez's contract completely.
But he can only play shortstop. And then
he only plays shortstop. He could probably learn third base or second base if you wanted to extend him. But I don't think we really want to, be training him somebody on the fly like right now. He'd be playing shortstop, and we'd be swapping. We'd be doing some moves around the infield. Yeah, we would end up probably putting somebody else in the DH spot, but that would actually work. You could then upgrade from Freeman to Baez for the season, just to see if Baez gives us a spark. So, I mean, like, the first thing I would do, actually, they'll take Vaughn straight for Baez, but what would make it work? Like, you may not even have to give them much at all.
Yeah.
Depending upon what, the Chicago Cubs are looking for in a trade like this. Yeah, and I agree. I don't think Baez is much of an upgrade, but he's an interesting option for the squad. Okay, that's
changes it up, which is something this team is in dire need of, I think.
Yeah. Like, there's part of me that really considers him to be someone that could, on the right team, Baez could really, really do a good job. If he comes, it's kind of like Puig. It's kind of like Puig. If he lands on the right team at the right time, he is so influential. But yeah, if you get the wrong version of a player, it can be very destructive to your organization. Ooh. Bryant hasn't had a good season, but I would not be against Bryant.
Same with Happ. Hasn't had a good season. Played well last year.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the Cubs players have not aged well. That's the biggest problem, is that they really have not aged well. The Cubbies have a lot of like high power, low contact players. Yeah, they won't. Let's see what they think about that. Like, what would make that work technically? Because Happ's going to be the player they don't want to get rid of because they're building around Happ right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to be hard, unfortunately. I mean, and Baez's glove is actually really good, guys. Like, Baez will always get you a positive WAR season because of that glove. Ooh, beer. Ooh. And our assistant GM likes it. That's interesting. So this would be what? Us placing Hap in left field? Or would he go to right field?
I mean, he could play right. He's better in left than first. But I mean, he'd be fine. I think he'd be fine in right field.
53 arm.
I mean, yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Yeah, he'd be better off in left field, so you'd probably end up putting Eloy Jimenez on the DH position.
But I feel like Eloy is good. Hold on, let me look at Eloy again. Yeah, probably.
Actually, I found it's the opposite of Roxas. If the assistant GM likes the trade, normally it's actually in your favor. I've had a lot of times where the assistant GM always dislikes the trades that I like. So if he likes a trade, that means that more likely than not, it's actually a good deal. Now, I mean, there's a lot of money coming our way in this deal. So, I mean, I'm really tentative to not pull this deal just because of the money that it would take to keep Baez and then still pay Hap. And these aren't the players that are, either going to increase in potential because Hap and Baez are both pretty much fully developed at this point.
Yeah.
So, I don't think those are the players that we're really looking for. But good to know. It's still just a really good thing to know that, Vaughn, Basabe, Collins, and Beer would net us something of this quality. That's a good sign. If we wanted to go for just one player instead of four, if we wanted to just try to do two players instead of these four, we could get a good return.
I don't mind this Luis Verdugo guy's an option.
How has Brennan Davis performed for the Cubbies? He's a center field prospect for them. And yeah, Verdugo's not bad. I think he's first and third only, but
yeah, first, third, and shortstop a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit of shortstop.
But he's got the range. He's got some range. He's got some green there.
I don't think Brennan Davis has developed that well, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, not to be confused with Alex Verdugo. Which, if we could land Alex Verdugo,
I don't know how to spell Brennan Davis.
Depending up, he was on that list. Brennan, Brennen. It's the misspelling of Brennan. It's weird.
Yeah, he's actually pretty good.
He's not a bad prospect. He's him, okay. Hunter Bishop, and Alexander Canario. Both of them are on the Giants, unfortunately. But those guys are, you can build a team around those three guys. They think that's a joke, though. I mean, at that point, you'd prefer to not take on Hap, and you would take on Verdugo and Davis instead. Well, Verdugo and Davis, instead of Hap. That would be us trying to go for people who are still developing or have potential to develop higher. But I think the Cubbies are, about a development system behind at this point.
They would do Verdugo, Davis, and Baez for Vaughn, Basabe, Collins, and Beer. I feel like we're just giving up a lot of.
Yeah, at that point, I would say at that point, Vaughn would not be a part of that deal because Baez is a rental, and Verdugo and Davis, while they're prospects, they're not great prospects. Yeah. I think you could easily get rid of Vaughn, and they'd be like, "Yeah, that's not even close," and then we'd be like, "Yeah, that's not even close." So and they want something big. They want either Rizzo back or they want Vaughn. So I think a better option for us would be to shop Vaughn and whoever else we consider to be the next best person on our trade block and see what we get for a 2-for-1 deal. Can we afford to give up Rizzo for this? I mean, no, if we're getting rid of Rizzo, he is a core piece of our offense. If we're giving it up Rizzo, it would be for a rebuild.
Yeah, that would be.
We would literally be doing a rebuild
we have Rizzo
at that point.
Locked up.
Another 3 years, right? At least.
Yeah, 3 and a player option.
Yeah.
So
I think the Cubbies are aging. They are the fully developed team that's now aging. So I don't think the Cubbies are our best place to go looking for what we're looking for, unfortunately.
Vaughn, Basabe, and Beer for. I don't think so.
I mean, the problem is just, again, Baez is a rental. So unless you want to pay Baez $25 million starting, next year, That's putting a whole lot of faith on Baez to be able to have a resurgency year, hit like 35 home runs. So yeah, I just don't see that, unfortunately.
So we'll say Vaughn and Kella.
I mean, we could try Kella. Kella's got some money on him,
yeah,
so
eat some of that. I think we have the money to eat that kind of thing.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see what happens if we don't eat his money first.
We could take Miguel Sano, who is the exact same problem we have with Interval.
Yeah, that would be the exact same problem. Although he would have more power, but I don't think that's what we want to go for at this point.
25 home runs. What does Vaughn have?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, the Sano would be actually technically.
I think Sano has less power because he's got.
Oh really?
25 home runs. They both have 25 home runs, and I assume Vaughn has been playing the whole year.
No, Vaughn's got 25 RBIs.
What am I reading? What am I looking at? Yes.
Sano definitely has more power right now, or at least it's manifesting more power than Vaughn is. But. And he's cheaper technically, so you actually would be probably gaining some money, but I don't think that's the best option for us. I think Sano is on his way out. So we could do Bryant. But he hasn't exactly been performing very well. So I don't feel like he's the best option for us.
Don't say anything about what's going on in your television right now.
Uh-oh.
A lot of 3-star guys.
Why is it always Enrique? It's always Kike. Kike, sorry. Why is it always Kike?
We can get Rhys Hoskins. I love me some Rhys Hoskins.
I don't mind Hoskins. I also don't mind the Odorizzi option, to be honest. Because that would give us just the extra depth in the starting rotation.
Hoskins is going to want a contract. $23 million for Jake Odorizzi.
Yeah, he's a little expensive.
Like 36.
But that stamina is amazing. He will routinely go 6 or 7, which you like that. With the younger,
you love to see it.
You love to see that, yeah. Versus the people who have only 50 stamina as their starter and they only go like 5. Like, you'll take 5 dominant innings, but man, when you can get 7 innings of just, almost barely quality starting, like, you'll win more of those games than 5 innings and then going to a bad bullpen.
Ooh, the fragile Vince Velasquez.
Yeah, I wouldn't go for Velasquez. He's also not a starter right now, technically, so his rating would go down if you swapped him back to starting pitcher.
What if we got Denelson Lamet, Manny Machado?
Wow. Lamet and Machado. They got Lucchesi on that list.
And then we move Nolan Jones to DH.
Oh. But he's expensive.
He's got an opt-out after 2 years.
Oh.
Got an opt-out after 2 years.
Machado is so hard to ever see as being like a really good trading option. But then you just look at him and he's like, but he's doing so well. Like, yeah. If only he was like $10 million cheaper.
Jordan Hicks.
I'd be fine with that.
Jordan Hicks looking fine.
Gerson Bautista. Wow. Hicks? I mean, if he wanted to go all in on technically, I would probably look at trading for Hicks, but not have all of our best people included. I would see what they'd be willing to offer for Hicks if it was like a lower amount of people. Like, that's where if I see this list, I click on Hicks and I trade for him and I'm like, what do you want? Like, what would be a 1-for-1 deal that works for Hicks? Like, are you really just trying to get rid of him because he's going to be a free agent, or is it, is it a contract problem? Is it, is it a 40-man problem? Is it a personality problem? I'd be interested in seeing what they think about that. They probably won't do it for Kella. No, they won't do it for the money of Kella.
How about for Will Carter of Mars? No. How about just make it work? What do you got? What's in your mind? Rizzo or Vaughn? Not going to happen.
That's not happening, unfortunately.
I'll give you some beer. Oh, now we're talking. And a Blake Rutherford, a 25-year-old Blake Rutherford, who's actually playing pretty good. Who's probably just...
We've liked Rutherford.
Are we going to put Rutherford in the outfield?
We could do Martin. Martin really has no place with what we're trying to accomplish. I mean, are we actually going to really use Rutherford? That's a good question.
The problem with Martin is he looks so damn good.
Yeah, he looks like he's someone that would easily be the best option as a bench outfielder. Like, he would be perfect for a lot of different positions.
Where is he? Why am I not thinking about him more? I mean, for the mix-up, we could just bench Vaughn, put Martin in left, and move Elo to DH.
Yeah, I mean, that is an option. We literally could do that. He's got better offense than the backup first baseman we have, Ortiz.
Yeah.
So,
but then Ortiz could also become our backup corner outfielder.
Yeah, that's true. There you go. Just shift everybody around a little bit.
Okay, I like that idea. That means I have to go do some...
Do we want to try to make that Hicks deal work, though? If we did Rutherford instead, we could acquire Hicks to solidify our bullpen.
Rutherford.
I think we would be okay with that if we... I mean, we have Robert and Jimenez. And, technically we're already trying out multiple people in the outfield. We haven't even, discussed about, we have Martin Olivares and someone else in AAA who we wanted to have as an outfield option. And while Rutherford is not bad, he is angry, and he's a contact hitter outfielder. So it's not a bad deal. All things considered, it's actually pretty good.
Jordan Hicks gives us a monstrous bullpen.
He gives us the bullpen that would be for playoff-bound teams. Like, that would be our closer at that point. And hello, Simple Hunter. Yes, it is me. It is I.
It is Alex.
It is Alex. Yeah, I like that deal. I'm also really liking that you're trying to get more out of them. Detmers. Always. How has Detmers done?
If you're not trying to get more out of him, you got something wrong.
If you're not at least getting the rest of the contract on Hicks canceled out for the season.
The Hicks contract is only $3 million, so
it's only $3 million, but it'd be nice to get a little bit of money back instead of losing money here. Not that we're losing much anyways. We're only losing $800,000 because we're already
go until they say no.
I mean, yeah, that's basically the answer. I always just go straight to 100%, and I'm like, what would it be if I just did 100% of his contract? Like,
yeah, they'll eat $1.1 million and do the trade right now.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
But here's the question: what could I get for $101 million? $1.1 million.
We could look through their system and see if there's somebody else. Ooh.
Can I grab a Nick Dunn at second base?
I mean, it would need to be somebody that we would feel would have potential in our organization. So,
I feel like we have enough second basemen that do exactly what Nick Dunn
does. I think we've got a lot of second basemen who are just contact hitters. What about that first base prospect, Juan?
He's got some home run power. They already said no on that one.
They already said no on him? Okay.
Puerto Rico.
Wow, there are some names in this list that I recently acquired for my personal single-player playthrough. Like Michael Barrett, I picked him up. He ended up becoming a 3.5-star starting pitcher. Same thing with Detmers. Both of those guys actually did pretty gosh darn well.
Can I get this guy with a strained hamstring, or are they going to say no?
It depends on how much time he has left in that injury. He has 2 current injuries?
Both guys hurt. Okay. Trajan Fletcher? He's supposed to be good, right?
Fletcher. That sounds familiar. I think he's supposed to be pretty good. Yeah.
Where's Cardinal fan?
Yes, where's our Cardinals guy?
Where's Cardinal fan?
Who is this kid?
I feel like we were talking about him in the Baffle, if I'm not mistaken.
That does sound familiar. I mean, that's a good fielding, defensive, and running outfielder with decent pop. I would have no problem with picking up that kid. That'd be the opposite of Rutherford in some regards. Yeah, pinging Cardinals fan. Who is this kid? All right, so we'd have to drop down the money at that point.
Yeah, and then it's still like a kind of a question.
Who else would they want to make that work? Because that's not bad. There he is, Cardinal fan. Who's Trajan Fletcher? Is he good? Should we be looking to acquire him?
Rowan Atkinson.
Versus... I mean, we could just be like, no, we're going to acquire, Matthew Liberatore. Like, we're going to go after Liberatore at this point. Yes, we're taking from your Cardinals.
How do we feel about giving up a 29-year-old guy who's in AA?
Starting pitcher potential, but not too bad. I would have no problem with Atkinson. Is he supposed to be really good by OSA standards versus our head scout standards, though?
No, roughly the same.
Oh, then yeah. He has no control and no movement, so he's going to be a relief pitcher for life. So yeah, that's easy. You purchased him from Lancaster? Interesting. You're not helping us, Cardinals fan. We're asking you if he's good, not if we're allowed to take him. Oh, man. How did you purchase him from... What league is that?
Oh, this is the...
What did you do, TJ? Wow. Okay, so we just went out and grabbed somebody.
Oh, you know why? I want to say... Oh, you know why? Because the assistant GM is signing minor league free agents.
Oh, that's why. But I'll say, I don't know if you've been looking for people like that, TJ, but I guess it makes sense.
Okay.
I mean, I like this deal. I mean, I'd also would love to see if there's an option for us to pick up Liberatore, but, you know, at that point, the Cardinals would probably be like, yeah, for your number one prospect, sure.
You're expecting him to still be here, which is also kind of cool. I don't know how to spell that. Well, I'm going to need some help on that one. Trajan? What was that guy's name that we're picking up?
Fletcher?
Trajan. Oh, that's why. Oh, because I spelled it nowhere like that. I also think I spelled it wrong again.
David Fletcher is a great player. He'll do good on almost every single team he plays for. He's very good.
I cannot spell Trajan Fletcher. Trejyn.
Oh. Trajan.
That's not Trajan. That's Trajan.
Trajan? That's true. It's not Trey. It's Trajan. That's true. That's
why I was very confused about that one. Let's see. Mid-season report.
I'm just making this hard on you.
Trajan Fletcher. Also, guess where I'm going? Checking out our friends over at
Baseball America.
They have him as
what do they say about Trajan?
He's the 26th ranked prospect for the Cardinals. As of
all right, so he's on the outskirts. But that's not bad.
26th.
Trajan has in OOTP, he's got quite a lot of speed, defense, but a little bit of power, gap power, but not a lot of contact.
I don't know how to spell
Liberatore. That's
Oh, there's an extra A in there.
Yeah, I think there's an extra A, so I think it's Liberatore.
I'm just gonna copy it straight from the website.
That's not a bad idea.
Gonna save us all a lot of hassle.
These Cardinals and their weird names.
Matty Liebs. 5 and 6, getting smashed around. Getting BAPIP to death. 345 BAPIP. 346 BAPIP. It's weird. When they don't have a high BAPIP, he pitches way better.
Huh. Interesting.
He's an all-right kind of guy.
Who, Matthew?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is the guy they traded to the Rays, right?
Yeah.
Or no, they got him from the Rays.
They got him from the Rays. I was going to say, I know that he's from the Rays.
He was supposed to be a really good prospect, too. Oh, still is. He still is a really good prospect. The Randy Arozarena trade right here.
We're just going to keep adding to this trade.
Yeah, the problem is I don't know what they would... Oh, they actually almost think that's a good deal. Oh. I would not mind giving up a 2-star left fielder, 22-year-old for this. Woo. Is Guerrero supposed to be pretty good?
He's got some home run power. Can play outfield a little bit. Durable. You know how I feel about durability.
Yeah, we like the durability.
On base, not there. His on base was there in rookie ball. Rough year this year.
So we're basically upgrading. How do you pronounce that first name? Josue?
Josue?
Josue. Josue. Cardinal fan hates it whenever I start doing trades with the Cardinals.
Are we adding Josue?
I would. I mean, we're basically upgrading him with Fletcher.
Guerrero.
I mean, unless you wanted to add in Zach Collins, who's also on the trade block for us. I mean,
and we can save $500,000.
Yeah, I like this deal.
There's people in the chat like this deal.
Pretty decent starting pitching prospect who's borderline ready for the MLB.
I need ones in the chat.
22 years of age.
I need ones in the chat from the chat to agree with this, and then we will sim to the rest of the. We'll sim to the trade deadline, and I think they'll get one more pack.
That'd be pretty good.
Can we pull out Rutherford?
Ooh, that's a good question. Would they swap out Collins to Rutherford?
Take out the money. They'd take Collins.
If they would do Collins instead of Rutherford, I think that's a good option for us because we don't need Collins.
Here's the problem. We're going to need a catcher then.
Oh, is he our backup right now?
Yeah. It's him and Ali Sanchez, I believe.
Okay.
We could give them Anthony Rizzo. He's 32.
I would not give them Rizzo unless they gave us Chris Mayer and probably somebody else who's really good prospect that's young.
I mean, we could give him Vaughn.
I think Vaughn could still net us a better deal down the road as we get closer and closer to the trade deadline.
Yeah, Zach Collins is the backup with Ali Sanchez. Or they're platooning, I think. They're platooning. And they're both trash. So.
That's right. We were trying out Zach Collins as the main catcher this year, and he just has not done very well. Although his batting has been better, but...
Let's do the Blake Rutherford deal.
Okay. I think that's still a good deal for us. We're basically upgrading Rutherford and Guerrero with Fletcher. And we got a really dominant closer.
We feel like Beer is nothing but a DH.
He's a DH. And it's going to be rough sending him to the Cardinals where he doesn't get DH.
Right.
But,
and we have a lot of guys that can also DH.
Yeah. So we're basically dumping a bunch of outfielders that really aren't going to.
We've done all this and not done anything about our real problem, which was
the DH situation with Vaughn.
But we're going to do the thing. I mean, we're going to put Makata at... No, we're going to put...
Yes.
Eloy at DH.
Nolan Jones goes to DH, right?
Which one are we doing? Are we doing Eloy to DH, Jason Martin to left field? Or are we doing Nolan Jones to DH, Makata to third, Freeman to short, Madrigal to second?
Yes. That's what I was thinking we were going to do, because I think at this point, Vaughn, we want to give him as much chances as possible to actually get to that 3.5-star potential. Because if he can get hot, he can be a very good prospect for us.
So we're doing this trade.
I think this trade looks great.
Beer, Rutherford, Atkinson, Guerrero for
even if Hicks is just a just a rental, that last piece may be perfect for our bullpen to be able to at least give us a shot.
And then we can cut out like Dane Dunning or someone, one of the other, because we have a couple of problems in the bullpen. All right.
Yeah, I mean, and we're already looking to get rid of Kella and Colome. So this gives us someone to replace both of those two if we wanted to do a different trade.
Or if we just wanted to straight up release one at some point. We'll see.
I mean, yeah, that's where you almost just want to say, all right, we just wait till the end of the year, we let them go. Or we see if there's an option for us to trade them. Because you could do that. You could do a trade where we get rid of Vaughn, Kella, Colome, and probably somebody else from our offense, probably Basabe.
Yeah, someone's
do like a 4-for-1 deal.
One of the pitchers has got to go.
So we got to go to our pitching rotation real fast.
Colome is looking rough.
Yeah, Colome is the one that I think we'd have to. The question is just like, okay, does he have like 1 year in his contract left?
He's got 1 year, and I think player up. No, he's got this season and another.
Oof. We'd have to pay off both of those if we just release him.
Well, let's just see. Let's just throw him up there. What did we say it was? $8 million a year or something like that?
He's 11 right now.
So if we can get anything less than, like, even if we trade him just for someone that's cheaper to release, I wouldn't hate it.
That is an option. I mean, or even if it's like a 1-year contract and you just ride the 1 year out.
Even if it was like a
before where I just.
Yeah, I've done like the take a $16 million contract in 1 year rather than a $20 million over 2 years. That's none of these guys.
Oof. None of those guys, unfortunately. I mean, you could do Giancarlo. That'd be your outfield position, but...
Can he play outfield?
He can barely play outfield? You probably would have to do Colome and Kella. He can barely play outfield, or
he can barely hit. Those are the two things that I would need.
Oh, man.
What if I eat a little bit of this Colome contract? eat 2.8 million.
What if we did Vaughn and Colomb with a little bit of Colomb's contract taken out?
Let's not get crazy.
Hayward probably still has his defense, but he probably has absolutely no offense at this point. Yeah. I'm still amazed that Bogarts has so dramatically dropped in your league. That's amazing.
I feel like he's one of those guys that does. So like Eovaldi would be.
That's decent.
They'd be pretty.
I think he would.
It'd be pretty much the same.
Yeah,
with the contract that we're eating, right? Because he's 11.
Well,
so it'd be like 16.
Yeah, it would almost be an even Steven deal just to have it all in 1 year versus 2 years. Because you're talking about 11. That's 22 minus 4. That's basically that's 18. So you drop $1 million in total contract. You pay it all off at the end of the year. Which, I mean, technically it's actually more because you've already paid Alex Colom's contract for most of this year. So, you're not paying all of Eovaldi's $17 million. You're paying like 7 of that left. So, Eovaldi actually would not be a bad deal if you wanted to just dump the contract.
He's gotten shelled every time he's pitched this year.
Yeah, Colom's. Oh, Eovaldi has? That's the one problem where it's like, yeah, he's almost better as a starter, but he's not a good starter, so you're not going to start him.
J-Hay could play right.
Man.
I mean, his contract's
play
not
right?
worth it.
Hayward? Yeah. The problem is the Cubbies would have to eat most of that contract. They really would. He would basically be a defensive upgrade. That would be the entire approach. Yes, Eovaldi was fantastic at the start of this year, but this game is 2022. So 2 years down the road, I highly doubt the Eovaldi is going to be as good as he is right now.
If I eat 2.8 million, they'll eat 5.5 million.
I don't think that's worth it, unfortunately. I don't think Hayward gives us the production that we need. I would much rather do.
Well, look at it this way: Jason Hayward currently, right now, hitting 266, 332, 406. Our current right fielder.
That's true.
219, 283, 433.
That is true. It would technically be an upgrade over what we currently have in right field. Yeah, that's true. I still feel like as if, you could offer up
maybe
Kella.
Maybe Martin should be playing right.
I mean, you could look into that because Martin's got good defense, but I don't think he would be better than Olivares in right, though. I think we already tried that. We looked at Martin and he was like, yeah, he's not as good of a right fielder as Olivares is.
Oh, right. Yeah, he's a better left fielder.
He'd be a much better left fielder than Jimenez would be, but Jimenez can't slot over to right. So the problem is that we just don't have a really good replacement for Olivares.
Yeah, Olivares is a much better bench guy.
We could look at the option of because again, it's like, okay, so
that's why we're saying bring in Jay Hayward to play right.
Yeah, it would be a replacement. I feel like you'd have to probably. I don't know if you'd have to offer Olivares away or if you would just simply make him be bench. We're back to the Cubbies again.
Olivares?
Why are we always
like nothing?
Yeah, Olivares is not costing us a penny pretty much at this point, so he's a much better option than Hayward. And then there's just the whole entire thing of all right, well, are we trading Vaughn? Are we actually gonna, offer him out there? Is Kella an option?
Let's look at this the way we need to look at this. So, what did we say? We're going to do the whole Nolan Jones thing, right?
We wanted to put Nolan Jones
into
the DH position, give Vaughn some time off, which at that point, I almost want to say that we send Ozuna down because he's not going to be able to compete with 2 DHs and Rizzo at first base. So we have to swap Moncada to go play third because right now he's set up to play second.
Let's just see what this guy does to fix it. Oh, I have him locked in second. My bad.
Yeah, you've got Moncada still slotted to play second full time. So
locked in.
We got to do the switches up with, Moncada playing third.
Okay.
Magical playing second.
Let's just see what our good bud Ricky Renteria would do.
All right, manager.
So Moncada at third, Freeman at short, Rizzo at first, Robert in center, Eloy in left, Nolan Jones at DH, Olivares in right, Collins at behind the plate, Madrigal at second.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, that's what we think is going to be a better option for us right now. Yeah, that gives you Vaughn, Martin, and Ozuna as your backup players. We don't really have a backup infielder now, unfortunately, which is a little scary.
But I don't have a problem sending Ozuna down.
Yeah, I think Ozuna's the odd man out, and that lets us put Hicks on the major league roster. And then if we want to do a trade involving our relievers,
not. No, I think we need another. We need an infielder.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could just simply assume that on the days off, you would be having, Vaughn playing first or playing DH, and you'd have, Jones replacing the third baseman, and everyone would swap around on the days off, which is fine. Yeah, Vaughn is not a good.
So you want to send down Ozuna and carry 14 pitchers? Is that even legal?
I don't know if it's necessarily illegal. I don't think the game actually has the
I don't think we have
limitation
right now.
Yeah, I don't think the game actually has rules about how many of one particular category you're allowed to have.
I'm trying to keep it rizzy, as the kids say. Ozuna, who we got from the Cubs.
Another Cubs person. Oh my
He wants $1.5 million for next year. That's definitely going to happen.
I don't think he's good enough for that, but I think he's definitely someone that we'd be interested in seeing about giving more playing time, but he is on the outside looking in still.
Look, he dominated in those 3 games with the Cubs. He played very good last season with the Cubs in 52 games. Or that was this season. Earlier this season, he played very good with the Cubs. We're just not giving him the spot. That's the problem.
Yeah, we just don't have availability for him to play. Like, he would be our backup, corner outfielder.
He can't play defensively, but if we wanted to give him the shot in right field, we could give him the shot in right field.
Yeah, I feel like he's just the odd man out right now. I don't think he plays.
I don't know. Is there an Ozuna for prospects deal? Probably.
I don't think so. I think Ozuna's too old to be a prospects deal. I think Vaughn is your better option for a prospects deal. But at the same time, we want to keep Vaughn to see if he develops into the prospect we hope he develops into. So
I want to. I'm doing. We're gonna give. I don't love the idea, but we're gonna give Ozuna a chance.
All right.
Well, let's just see.
Are we gonna drop a relief pitcher then in replacement for Hicks?
Yeah. I don't know who. But
we could just send Dunning down because he's our long relief pitcher right now. And I think he really deserves more time in AAA to make sure he's good to go. But, we've got options, basically.
Let's just see. We're going to listen to the chat and see what, if we put up Ozuna
for
prospects and regulars, we get back.
Yeah. What would we get?
I'm worried it's going to be nobody.
What would someone... I'm sorry?
I'm worried it's going to be nobody. I also don't see any names flying by the time.
I think it's going to be a bunch of middling people who do not, have any interest for us. Normally when it goes this slow, though, it's not a good sign.
I don't want pitchers. I do not want pitchers.
Yeah, we really don't need pitchers,
30,
per se.
30, 29. We can get Tim Anderson. Yeah. Yeah, there's no prospects that we're going to be getting. It's all 29 and 30-year-olds.
Yeah, and a lot of the people that are better are expensive. So, I mean, like, if you wanted to get something like a Polanco, like, he actually wouldn't be a bad right fielder. But he's $12.5 million for 2 years, and he's not doing well.
And he's got a negative half WAR.
Yeah, he has not been performing well. So that's not a good option for us, unfortunately.
He played better last year.
He is an interesting prospect.
Let's give Ozuna the shot in right field for a little bit. We got a couple weeks to the trade deadline.
Yeah. We got time. We need to leave We need to give Ozuna and Vaughn some opportunities to improve. If they do not, then
I'm willing to give Vaughn the rest of the season on the bench and let him start next year, see what happens. But then he's gone by trade deadline next year because he just turned 24.
Yeah.
So next season will still be a 25-year season. So I'm fine with giving him till next season.
Yeah, that's a bit of an old prospect, unfortunately. But for what he could be able to do,
he should be good. That's the thing is he should be good, and I think the coaches even like him. So that's why I'm.
Wow, Ozuna actually plays. Did you actually force Ozuna to play right field, or are we?
No, I forced him to right.
Okay, about to say, were we forcing him there?
Yeah, because he wasn't going to go there to start with.
Yeah, and he's batting better than Olivares is, so you don't even care about the lack of defense in right field to an extent. You just want a better bat.
Yeah, because that's what's happening right now. We're not getting anything. I feel like we're getting like nothing out of right field. Can I see field?
I mean, Robert actually probably would be a much better right fielder.
True.
Like
then we also have
we could almost. Yeah, the problem would be we'd have to trade for a center fielder at that point because we would not have a center fielder.
Right.
But that would be the best option. The best option for us would be to get a much better center fielder and let Robert actually go back to right.
Will Jason Martin play more in left field if you set his position to left field?
I'm assuming that no.
Not on this team because Eloy's going to play.
The depth chart might change, but he won't get starting time.
Yeah,
period.
Eloy's always going to play.
He's just not going to get starting time. But the depth chart probably already reflects his ability to play left field. He's probably already playing that. Yeah, if tired, unfortunately. But
But of course, you want Eloy playing if he's healthy. He's leading the team in batting average, home runs, and second in RBIs.
I mean,
we still need to figure out.
Quantrill's almost back on DL.
Oh, and we also have what's his name is in.
Hicks.
Yeah. Okay. So
we
have to
Hicks on the team.
Okay, so Colome.
So there are some options we can look at in regards to our pitching staff at this point. It could be Dunning. I think Dunning, Colome, and Kella are the three people that we would be interested in doing. I don't think Kella or Colome will go down. They're both veterans. They won't accept that. Man, Colome's bad.
Nope, he will not accept it. And I have him as used more often. So that's one of the things. Again, because we're doing this as GM only, not as.
And we can't even tell the manager to stop using Colome as much. Like
that's
seriously.
not even
use Bummer and Gesellman. Ugh. Yeah. That's rough.
So this is almost one of those ones where it's like we got to trade Carlos Pena so that Art Howe doesn't start him.
Yep, that's kind of what it comes down to. Like once you push enough, and the manager's like, "Yeah, no, I'm not going to do it." It's like, all right, then you're not going to have him.
Okay. So we could waive and DFA him and pray someone takes him.
Yes, you could do that for the couple of days that he'll be on the designation for assignment. He wouldn't be on the roster. If someone claims him, they'll take his money. And at the end of that time, however, we would have to basically trade him. Like that would have to be like the end all moment where we're like, yeah, we're done with these guys. You could do the same thing with Kella, technically.
But
Kella's had a better season than Colome. But
Kella's also a little cheaper. We have the team option, so we can just let him go after this season.
Yeah, but he's still a negative 0.4 WAR right now. He has been a negative influence on our.
But I think first and foremost is Colome that's got to go.
Yeah, I think Colome. We just make this decision now. We're not gonna throw him around.
We're just gonna DFA him, or we're gonna waive and DFA him.
You would just waive and DFA him. You got to waive him to be able to allow people to think about picking him up for free. Well, not for free. They take on his full contract, which no one's going to do. So he'll clear waivers. I mean, you could just waive him, but if you designate him for assignment, he comes off the team, gives us the free spot on the 40-man, allows us to bring on Hicks, which is a huge upgrade over Colome. I would take that in a heartbeat. And that doubles up, now we have Hamilton, Delgado, and Hicks as our 1, 2, 3 bullpen people.
Yeah.
Which
is
pretty nasty. So much better. I'm actually surprised that he doesn't throw Hicks as the closer. Is Hamilton being forced into the closing role right now?
I don't believe so.
I think he is.
No. Oh, it is. I don't.
Maybe we take that.
Oh, you know why? Because it kept wanting to put Kella there, I think.
Well, now we got Hicks.
Okay.
I would assume it's now going to be Hicks because Hicks is so
now it's
much
going to be Hicks, Kella, and Hamilton, or Hicks, Delgado, and Kella.
That's not bad. I'd actually like to see Hamilton get more playing time as our middle relief pitcher because he's done so well.
So good.
You actually almost are okay with that.
Yeah.
Because you're going to use Delgado more often than not as your setup person. And that gives Kella... Yeah, I think that's good.
We are going to have to figure out what we're going to do with Jace Fry. Because he's down. And we have Cal Quantrill coming back.
Well, Fry, you're probably going to waive and designate him for assignment as well and see if you can send him back down because he's just not good enough at this point. Quantrill, you're going to have him rehab for a little bit.
We'll probably send him back down to AAA. Have we used his option already? Yeah, he's already been down to AAA, so we can send him back down with no problem.
Okay.
And then Giolito is going to be back. He's going to have to go into the rotation. So
he may have to
go back down, or Logan Allen.
He may need some rotation or some rehab time first, though. Because
we're going to have to do that, too.
Last thing you want to do is bring him back too early and have him pull a ligament or something and really be down for a long time.
Let's go to...
Man, we could really use just one more starting pitcher depth spot, though, because we have those two people with the 6+ ERAs.
So, we have Cal Quantrill now. Now Cal Quantrill's back. I just sent him in a couple days.
Okay, that's fine. So he was doing pretty good.
We're going to send him. He's going on a rehab assignment, right?
Yeah, you probably don't have to, because I think he was just a 2-week, minor injury.
He has not pitched since July 3rd. It is now July 19th.
So it's only been 16 days.
I'm just saying it gives us some more time to.
It does. It buys us a little bit of breathing room to make those decisions as we get closer to free agent.
We could just send him to AAA. Not even on a rehab start. Just send him to AAA.
Well,
unless we want to send Zach Plesac down or Dane Dunning down.
Yeah, I think personally we prefer Quantrill over Plesac or Dunning because I don't think Plesac's done that well. Even Logan Allen hasn't done that well.
Plesac's actually been really getting shelled. So.
Yeah, both him and Allen are both kind of well, do we stick with them even though they're getting destroyed every single start? What's the point where we're we can't have this kind of a rotation if we expect to make the playoffs?
Yeah.
That's fine if you only have 4 starters and you get Giolito back and you run, you're running Cease, Bundy, Syndergaard, and Giolito.
I wish they were pitching a little bit better. They were pitching a lot better last year.
Yeah, I feel like our pitching staff is taking a step back this year, unfortunately. That might be a.
I usually use the rehab assignments when either I don't have a spot and I'm just waiting for someone else to get hurt.
Yep.
Or if someone has been on long enough that I'm they should probably get some time.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we are good there, except we still have Fry on the. That we got to figure out.
We're rehabbing Fry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's got 20 days left for that. So we're good to continue a little bit of time.
Yeah. Oh, we got shelled ones too. Okay, so where are we? July 19th. So we can go a little bit further. Going a little bit long on the stream. Usually try to keep to an hour.
That's fine. It's a Monday. No one else is going after us.
True.
Let's see if Moncada can get that home run lead by any chance.
6 games back in the division.
Oof.
Well, still 56. So we're close. We're close to that second wild card spot.
Yeah, we definitely have a wild card spot in our near future if we can keep moving forward with stuff. There's a 5-0 win over Los Angeles. Nice.
I forgot we had Cody Hewer, who's another option we could bring up at some point. They want to send us Andy Thomas, who is not great catcher.
I'm about to say I don't remember Andy Thomas in any.
For Hewer.
That's a no. That's a bad catcher right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
I already have enough bad catchers. I don't need to. What we got here? NCR.
Out of all the catchers that the Giants have, that's probably their worst.
True. True that. Hey, Rizzo hit his 300th home run.
Nice.
Review.
Whoa, Gratterall's done. Gratterall? Remember how you spell his name, unfortunately?
Bruzdar?
Happy
Happy Indigenous Peoples Day. Alex Colome.
Okay, so we got my decision about Colome now. All right.
Should I see if he can go to AAA?
He will refuse the assignment.
He has refused the assignment.
So it's time to trade him. Let's go ahead and start the bigger deal that we want to do at this point, because we need to think about Kella and Colome as going out and somebody else coming in at this point. We're gonna have to probably retain a little bit of Colome's contract.
Well, let's see. Let's see what we can get. Okay. All these guys that we don't want. Okay. What if we eat Fitty? I'll listen to I Rock This and we'll say Fitty.
Let's start off 50%. You might even be able to offer.
Can I just go find like the worst guy on a team and be like, trade?
Well, the problem is the contracts are going to be the problem.
I am ready to release this dingus already.
I mean, we could just release him, but then we have to pay all of his contract. So
we got that.
We'd rather be able to give the contract to somebody else, split it a little bit, and at least get someone who's playable.
Okay. We got some options here. Now.
Oh.
A Brandon Workman.
Ooh, Garver.
A Garver.
I mean, not that
great,
he's developed well in this version
got.
of your game.
A Shogo. Which, no joke, literally found out Shogo was his first name like 3 weeks ago.
What? Really?
Well, I assumed Shogo is like short of something.
Oh, no.
I thought it was like show something, go something, and they just called him Shogo.
Oh my gosh.
So I was close.
How good is Garver? Is he still a good catcher, or is he just a hitter at this point?
He is, oh boy, just a hitter at this point.
There's your problem. So unfortunately, he'd be the same thing as like a Zach Collins almost.
I mean, not gonna lie, Brandon Workman, huge upgrade.
I mean, that might actually be true. We might just take someone like a Workman for the rest of his contract.
Yeah, he takes the money.
Oh yeah, that's an easy pick right there. Yeah,
and we throw
Workman
him in.
Easily. We'll end up paying like $6 million instead of paying $22 million over the course of 2 years.
I can save a little bit. So we're okay.
Yeah.
So what did we say? Colome's $11 million.
He's $11 million for 2 years.
So essentially, we're paying him 6 and 6. I mean, obviously, it doesn't work out right because we've already paid him for half this year. So even better, right? Because so it would be 6.
Basically, so they take on. They'll take like $8 million of his 22.
And we're paying.
So we'll still pay a little bit, but
we're going to pay a little bit of the 2.8.
Yeah, just a smidge of the 2.8 left. So we do great after this year. We end up just paying for a little bit of Colome next year, and we don't have him blowing up games for us anymore.
Can we get Tanner? Hawk! Not enough in this one. What if I eat all of Colome's contract?
Oh man, that's a tough sale, unfortunately.
Problem is Hawk not great. 26 triple yellow.
Ooh. Even by OSA ratings?
He got a green.
Yeah, he's not.
I'm not going to pay $11 million next year for Tanner Hawk.
Not for that.
Hawk. What did we say? 40? 45?
Oh my gosh. Do the Red Sox have any other prospects that we might be able to to look into? Because
that's what we're doing right now, my guy.
If they've got somebody, I mean, you're looking at just AA on that list, I think.
Hey, listen, can you just give me a second?
Come on, TJ, faster.
Give me PCA. I don't care. PCA. PCA.
Yes.
20 years old.
Has he
got
done
the
well?
range. Got the canon.
Oh man.
Can kind of play both corner outfield spots.
There's your center field, dude. You could move Robert back to right, and you put Pete Crow straight in center in like a year or two. Oh.
Okay.
What do they want for him? He went in the 8th round? How did he go in the 8th round?
They want Andrew Vaughn.
I mean, I don't know if you really need to give them Vaughn for him, to be honest. I feel like we could probably give them somebody less if we retain more of Colom's contract.
I can give him Jordan Hicks.
Ooh, it's a no.
I can give him Jordan Hicks. Oh, damn, PCA. PCA.
Could we give them, I mean, we're not starting Olivares right now. Could we offer them Olivares?
You're over here making wild accusations.
That's my job.
It's a very bad deal for them.
Oh, you definitely would have to retain a lot of Colome's contract to even make that even close. Because
they want
now we're
Vaughn. They want the heater, Ricky.
So the question is, do we feel comfortable getting rid of Vaughn for Pete Crow Armstrong? And I would, if we even think about shipping away Vaughn, I would offer Vaughn in a shop. I would shop Vaughn first, because if we can get somebody better, I'd prefer to do that than put Vaughn on this deal and get, roped into something that we don't actually like in the long run.
Am I married?
Because Vaughn is supposed to be our, one of our top tier prospects left.
But PCA could be our top tier prospect guy.
Yeah, but if he doesn't develop, then we basically ship Vaughn out for nothing.
And if Vaughn doesn't develop,
that's true. You know what? Then everybody loses. Do they have any? Yeah, good job. You're already going to like, is there just anybody else we can just squeeze out? Yeah, Grant would be good if we could. Yeah,
I gotta accept. I gotta eat a lot of Colome.
I would assume we're gonna have to, but now we're looking at getting younger and trying to lose money. So I would be absolutely thrilled with that. What about Duran? They're not throwing Jaron right now.
What if I throw in Kella?
Whoa, Kella? Has Duran done well at all? He doesn't have a lot of power.
Jarren Duran?
Duran?
Duran? No way is this guy's name really Jarren Duran. Is this a real guy?
I believe so.
Someone get JJ Cooper on the line right now. Is this guy's name Jarren Duran?
Isn't Duran actually in the BAPL? Hold on. Now I have to load up that save because I'm pretty sure he's actually in the Baseball America Prospects League.
We need to somebody write this down. We need to remember this.
I mean, we have to get him. He's right up there with cash money.
Jarren Duran, Red Sox, Double-A prospect.
Gosh.
Currently the 12th ranked. No, I'm lied. Currently the 5th ranked prospect.
What?
In the Red Sox organization.
And he is in the BAPL.
He's got to be a Bappler.
He was doing well in the BAPL,
Are we getting Jarren Duran?
Oh, we're totally doing this.
It's going to mess up our whole flow, but how much more money we got to eat? I'll eat it all.
I mean, yeah, if we can...
Literally,
I wouldn't even mind...
Do you guys have
Oh man,
okay.
Our money improves because Kella is going away.
Okay, but let me look. Let me see what Daddy can do.
Squeeze him. I mean, you could go with Fulte. He would be an extra depth starter. which would actually be good for us.
First off, no, don't start with that nonsense.
No.
Okay, look at this. Look at this, if you will, for 1 second, sir.
Oh my gosh.
Blakey Trees, who I love, love him. Contract for the rest of this year and next year, $2.28 million.
And he actually is a good improvement over both Kela and Colomé.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing here?
Oh my gosh.
And we get Duran Duran, which now that we get PCA.
Good grief. Oh my gosh.
Pause.
I mean,
no, sure. He's trash. We're not having a Marte Parte over here. Anthony Alford, though, also playing like trash.
I mean, the problem is that if you're getting someone like an Alford or a Marte, that's because you're having them be center field or... I mean, yeah, I guess you could end up putting Alford in center and then just immediately sliding Robert back to right. Okay. Train him right for the rest of the season.
Let's just look at it this way. Then we got to get another spot in the bullpen.
Well, we were going to lose both Colomé and Kela. So you lose 2 people in the bullpen.
Right, we're just swapping them out. The problem is right now we also don't have Colomé in the bullpen.
That's true. So because we brought in
Dunning will probably
Hicks.
have to go down.
Dunning would go down. Yeah. Yeah, so we send Dunning down. We lose Kela. We bring in Workman and Trenian.
Kela's essentially covering what we're paying off in Colom's contract.
Oh, yeah. I mean, our money actually improves for the season right now. We get to $26 million. They eat a lot. So
we're essentially doing Andrew Vaughn for PCA, McRae, and Duran Duran, who I just love.
Exactly. But we also get a better bullpen potentially out of this, too. So, I mean, I would look at Alford as like, do we...
Because he's not good.
You don't really want him?
Oh. He can play some defense. A defensive outfielder is all we would get.
He'd be our center fielder. He'd be better than Robert in center. We'd be able to slide Robert over to right. But he just can't hit. He can run, but he just can't hit.
That can hit. I got guys that can run. I got guys that can run. I got guys that can field. You know what I don't got?
We just traded for a guy that can run.
True. Listen, I don't know.
Okay. All right.
I like this. I think this is a good way to do it.
I like this.
This is a big trade. Because this is what I'm thinking. Here's what I'm thinking. Do we still have Seth Beer? No, right? We don't. He's gone.
No, we got rid of Seth Beer in our last.
We have guys that can take over that DH spot, as we've talked.
Yes. Oh yeah, I mean right now it's Nolan Jones. We have Jones there. If he wanted to, it could be Eloy Jimenez.
Okay. Allow me, if you will. This isn't going to go anywhere, right? I can come back to this. You know what?
You can walk away and come back to this in a second.
For safety's sake, I'm just going to take a little screen shot right here. Just so we don't forget.
Hit that F12.
What I want to do, I want to look at the pending free agents.
Oh.
Just because.
What would be a better option potentially down the road?
Is there something that we are going to be able to maybe swoop up? Why is this not?
Free agents. Yeah, there you go.
Free
and
agents.
then pending or
upcoming
free agents. Yeah.
Because what I was thinking is we may be having a play on a center fielder.
That's true. I don't remember.
Cole Calhoun is trash. Lorenzo Cain also trash. Corey Dickerson also trash.
Nobody on that list. No, you're not going for any of those people. Bummer. So that's the situation where it's like, okay, so we need to buy time for Pete Crow.
Which I think
like that would be.
I think we have some time in the minors.
I mean, yeah, you can just resort to having Robert in center.
We also have Martin and Oliveros and Osuna, who probably can play outfield to our knowledge. Adolfo is still pretty all right. Again, we have Basabe who can. So we have.
You have options
to buy some time.
Yeah, until Pete Crow is ready to go.
I think we do this.
Yeah, we could also pick up Kevin Pillar if we wanted a defending center fielder. He would be an excellent defending center fielder.
You can get Chris Davis to hit nukes.
Chris Davis is still here? Surprised he hasn't retired already.
now that we mention it, is there just another DH? I'm losing my mind here. Upcoming, not pending.
Is there another pending free agent DH?
Maybe like a DH that we could get. An Aroldis Chapman, if you will. but of the DH variety.
Of the DH variety? You want him to give up the homers in the most critical games of the season?
I mean, Javier Baez is going to ask for the world, right?
Yeah, the problem is Baez is probably going to ask for anywhere between $25 to $30 million.
We're not going to do that
which we're not going to do.
What, Pablo Sandoval is getting a bat in a Braves uniform. I don't know what is going on in this world in 2020.
Buster Posey would be a great catcher to pick up. What would San Antonio want for Posey?
Did I have him for a hot minute?
Oh man, we gotta. Posey is so good for your chemistry. He's still a decent catcher. Like he still fields like a madman. Oh man, and he's only $1 million. Oh, what does San Antonio want for him, please?
Are we doing this other trade first?
Yes, that other trade is fine. I don't think there's anything better at the moment. I think a lot of teams are looking inwards. I think Posey would be your option to replace Zach Collins. That would be your replacement for Zach Collins, basically.
Yeah, but then we're saying Vaughn's a failure, Collins is a failure. We're essentially saying the old regime did not know what they were doing, and then guess what? We're also firing Rick Renteria at the end of the season.
Yeah, we're starting over a new leaf. We're going to be like, look, the old squad, it
you know what? They did, because they gave Grandal that crazy contract. I love Jose Abreu, but we were able to make a great deal for him.
That's true.
We've already made guys. First off, Braves got bases loaded, 2 outs, top of the ninth. Let's go.
Go Braves.
Okay, so we're doing this. Never mind, because we're good. That's a good offer. You won't. Okay. Oh wait, no, I want to go the other way. I'm just gonna be like, how about I just keep giving you more money by accidentally clicking the wrong button?
Yeah, please don't give him more money.
Okay. So we're getting. Okay, we're gonna move Dunning down.
Yes.
And we're gonna do this trade.
Yep. Dunning goes down. He hasn't done very well. We get rid of our 2 worst relief pitchers. We got a couple of decent relief pitchers.
Okay. Also, Duran getting kind of old.
Yeah, but he would be our, hey, maybe he catches on fire. He's basically
There's a chance he could play this season. He's played for Boston a little bit this year. There's a chance we can give him a shot.
Yeah, he's not bad. So
I mean, I wouldn't mind having him on the bench as an extra outfielder.
Yeah. He plays defensively well in left and right. He would not be a bad player to have. He's very much a Jason Martin type player with a little bit less hitting ability, but he has more speed.
Doing it, done it. We did it.
Yay. So I'm really interested in Buster Posey. Like, really interested in Buster Posey.
Oh, wait. What? Oh, no, because we traded... What's his name?
Killa?
I was thinking...
So Trennigan and Workman both make it to the big leagues. There are replacements.
Right.
Dunning
but
goes down.
Now we have no backup infielder.
No.
At all.
We do not.
So...
Unless we decide that we're okay with the DH going back to an outfielder now, since we don't have.
But if we do that, then we have no backup outfielder.
Well, we would still have one backup outfielder because we got both Martin and Olivares right now.
But I'm saying if. We have Osuna.
You'd probably end up putting like Olivares at DH. Well, probably not.
Okay. What we need to do here, first off, or Gazelman. We could release Gazelman, but he's getting paid nothing. But he's got green. He's triple green.
Yeah, and I feel like he can come back from that.
We have the options with Dunning, so.
Yeah, and Dunning is here for the long relief slash starting.
So we're gonna send him to AAA.
And we're gonna have Quantrill back pretty soon. So
bullpen
I don't think you need him. Yeah, this bullpen looks so much more stronger.
And then Hamilton is our
primary long relief or middle relief pitcher.
Okay.
Right there with Gesellman and Workman. Oh yeah, I like that much better. This makes Aaron Boomer's a little bit off in the long relief spot in my opinion, but that's okay.
Again, that's why Rick Renteria is getting fired. Okay, so we still have we have one position to call up.
So yes, and actually, do we? No, we got 26 people, right? No, we got 25. Never mind, you're right.
Because we sent them down, so we still have the one. Okay.
That's right. That's right. We also do need to worry about who was the last person on our waivers in DFA? I can't remember the guy's name.
Duran Duran. Well, he's going to minor leagues.
Yeah, so he will have to go on the 40-man though. But yeah, he can go down.
But AAA.
So do we call up a person who would be a DH, or do we? Because here's an interesting.
Now that we don't have
Vaughn.
Now that we don't now that we don't have Seth Beer, we don't have a DH call up.
So, what about this idea, TJ? We go ahead and put Jimenez on the DH finally. He's a better hitter. He's not the best left fielder. Mm-hmm. We either put Martin out in left, and Olivares ends up splitting the outfield as our backup. That allows Ozuna and Olivares to play right, a little bit of left, and a little bit of center. Martin gets some playing time, which we wanted, and Jimenez doesn't have to field. That would allow Nolan Jones to go back to either third base, or he can back up first and third, and then Madrigal and Freeman can...
I just want you to know right now, he only has third base as a positional rating.
Oh, really? Oof. Okay.
So he would have to go to third, Moncada would go to second, and then either Madrigal or Freeman would go to short.
Yeah. I mean, you have options. You've got a lot of versatility between those guys. So the real question is just, who do you want at DH? Are we going to go with Eloy?
I think we go with this a little bit longer to see how this is working. Because I've already forgotten when we made this change. And I feel like Nolan Jones has been playing very well in the DH position. He's gotten 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits in his last 5 games.
Ooh, he's done well.
So
trade for Trout.
Trade for Trout's always an option.
I mean, when is it never a good idea to trade? Well, actually, no, I'll take that back. I have had a few leagues where suddenly Trout just does not do well. But, yeah, when would you never trade for Trout?
So, I mean, we could... Yeah, that's the problem. Eloy only can play left.
Yeah. He's a little bit short-handed when it comes to his defensive ability. His offense is great, but that defense, that's the problem.
So we have some options in outfielders / infielders that we could call up. On the 40, we have Duran Duran, the aforementioned.
We also have Basabe as well.
And we have Adolfo.
Yep.
And Heath. Those are all outfield options.
Yeah. Does Heath have good defense, or is he just speed?
No, speed, and his defense is pretty good. Again, left field. Okay. A little bit of right field. I mean, he could be our bench guy, and then he's going to get used because he's going to be pinch running a lot for the outfield guys.
That's it. You're looking at that point. He's basically just a Billy Hamilton, where he comes off the bench, or a Gore at that point.
Yeah.
I feel like that's not a good option for our team. We don't really need a only coming off the bench to pinch run kind of person.
We have a Gilbert Sanchez who can
that'd be a great backup infielder.
Could play our backup infield spot.
Oh man.
And that would be keep Nolan Jones as the DH.
Yeah, I like that idea. And we already have enough outfielders technically if we're having, right. Martin and Olivares on the bench.
And we don't know how the Ozuna thing is going to work out, so...
Yeah, and at that point, does Ozuna, if he doesn't perform well, we just simply drop him down to AAA and we call up somebody else. That's what ends up happening. So yeah, I think Sanchez is a great option.
So let's do that. Sanchez goes to the 40-man. Sanchez comes up.
Yeah. That's a good one right there.
Do the minors. Give me some lineups overview. Right, so Nolan Jones is going to DH. So we got first right-handed pitcher. Moncada at third, Freeman at short, Rizzo at first, Robert in center, Eloy in left, Nolan Jones is the DH, Madrigal at second, Collins behind the plate, and Ozuna is the right fielder.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
I like that. Yeah.
Pitching looks good as well.
I like giving Freeman the playing time right now. That's big. He needs that ability to perform well and show off.
I do like that we're finally giving him his shot. Again, he's very Madrigal-esque of the no power, but contact, gap power, and good eye and discipline. So I really think he's going to turn into something nice for us.
Yeah, I mean, that's just someone that you hope and pray that he develops into the full ability that he looks like he's going to get into.
So,
because that's a 4-WAR kind of player right there.
So unless something happens, our last big thing is when Giolito comes back.
Yes.
who's going to go, and I'm guessing it's going to be Logan Allen just threw 8 innings, 3 hit ball.
Nice.
And
that was his last start on the 23rd. Yeah, that was the 5-0 game against LA. That's great. That at least gives us hope that maybe he's still a decent pitcher.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know.
I mean, basically,
he also has options left if we do want to send him down.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine then.
But also, Gazelman, who is our last. Oh, I guess Jordan Hicks has a high ERA. Why does Jordan Hicks have such a high ERA? I thought it was.
Why does he have a high ERA?
Wasn't it?
He's only played. Wait. Oh no, that's the ERA he's had with us.
Oh, great. He came in and.
He has not done well for the 2 appearances so far.
I mean,
but
he let up a home run.
I expect that to go down. So
let up a home run in a non-save situation, which
yeah, and he's had 3 strikeouts in five batters. 6 batters.
So again, Gazelman, highest ERA we got.
Okay.
And
yeah, it would be either because Zellman.
He was. We're paying him $1 million. He was. I think he was a minor league. He was a minor league contract with an invite or something.
Yeah, spring training invitation or something like that. Okay, that makes
sense. We could keep him. And actually, I think we had him in AAA at some point. I don't know if that was an injury thing. Oh yeah, it was an injury thing. He had some bicep tendonitis. So worst case, we can. I mean, we can cut him, which is not a big deal.
Yeah, you cut him or you send him down if he's willing to go down. He's only 29. He might be willing to go down still. I mean, if push comes to shove, if Logan Allen doesn't continue to do well and he starts to go back up above 6, you take Allen out.
Yeah.
Or
Cal Quantrill. Cal Quantrill could move to the bullpen.
Yeah. Or go back down to AAA. He was trying to get a full season in AAA to make sure that development goes all the way up. So hey, you're hoping that Quantrill and Allen both basically spread their wings and finally do well.
Nick Ahmed for Basabe and Corey Collins, not gonna happen.
I mean, Ahmed's not bad. But he's probably aging pretty poorly at this point at 32. I doubt his defense is. It's actually not that bad.
And $18 million for the combined next few years, but only can play shortstop.
Yeah, but he is getting the 4 WAR shortstop ability, so he's definitely been performing well outside of this year.
Yeah.
If you got the Ahmed of last year, that's huge.
Yeah.
I would gladly.
But then we'd be stifling the Freeman.
Yeah, the Freeman experiment goes away at that point. So we're not doing that. We're not going to take away Freeman's chances at playing time right now.
Duran. Please do not let me forget Duran.
Oh, we're totally not forgetting Duran. We will want to probably double check our free agency at the end of the year, who's our upcoming free agents, and make sure that he's not on that list and gets minor league free agented just straight out of the system.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely check that.
I've had that happen a few times where I'm like, oh wait, that was my 3.5-star prospect. What's he doing on the team? Oh, he was a minor league free agent and I forgot to extend him. Oops.
Ryan Dees for Cody Hoover? No, not gonna happen.
That's a no.
Rejection. Okay.
I mean, here's pretty good. I don't think he's going anywhere unless someone gives us like a really good, ready to go MLB starter at this point.
Yeah, I wish he had some more green, but.
Oh, they traded away Alex Faedo. Wow. That's an interesting prospect.
24-year-old Sean Robbie.
Gotta love having the top or 2 of the top 3 homer hitters with Jimenez and Moncada on that list. That's great.
Ooh, Gavin Lux goes down. All right, come on.
Okay, Dodgers are going to have a hard time without him.
Just get me to Giolito coming back. Even though Giolito we're going to send on AAA rehab, right?
Yeah, he'll be rehabbing, but we want to see where our team is at by that point. All right, so...
I'm seeing something I don't like here.
Oh, no, he's fragile now. All right, well, he's a free agent at the end of the year. You could qualifying offer him most likely, and that's your alternative if you don't want to keep a fragile starter. Because, yeah, I think that pretty much does it. He has hit his prime. This is literally his prime right here. It goes downhill. Wow.
That hurts.
That really hurts. That throws all of his future into like just questions of like, all right, that if the movement hasn't developed very well, he's fragile now. It can get really bad really fast. The speed can go down. I don't think you're going to offer him an extension now because of that information.
Definitely not.
Yeah, I think a qualifying offer for 1 year, and that's all you do. If he signs, great. If he doesn't, you get a draft pick. And that's the best you can get for him outside of a trade. So, Hicks only wanting $8 million
for 1 year. I want to see if we can try to buy out some of that.
Is that his last arbitration season?
I believe so.
That makes sense. He probably just wants to make sure he's paid for his last year. Yeah, 2022 arbitration. So I think, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and he'll only want $1 million or 1 year.
Okay. Okay. So we put we put Giolito to the rehab. So we just got to remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Shea Langoliers out
and today's trade deadline day. All right.
Sampson. But I think we're good right now. I think we're good.
I think we're
Let me see.
Pretty decent, yeah. Even though we're 6 games out of first place, and even in like third place for a .569 winning percentage, I still feel really happy about where the team is.
Also, Olivares has had 6 hits in his last 5 games, so I don't hate that in right field.
Or do you mean Ozuna?
Ozuna, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so that experiment is at least paying some dividends on the singles categories.
Look, already got 1.5 WAR.
Not bad. He had been doing really well before that point, so that's good to see.
Okay, so it looks.
Wow, 3 people with 30+ homers. It's gonna be 4 pretty soon with Jones joining that party.
Yeah, Rizzo.
That's great.
Rizzo should probably get there.
He'll probably get there eventually. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're probably looking at 5 people with 30+ homers. That's definitely what you need for a playoff team.
I think I'm okay where we are. Like the pen.
I love the pen.
Hicks
dropping the ERA down.
17.2 per game. Always good.
Oh, yeah. I kind of wish you had this bullpen at the beginning of the season because...
Yeah, maybe we wouldn't have blown that whole thing.
Oh, you'd probably be at like 70+ wins right now.
A game back of the second wild card.
I'll take that. I mean, that's the
and again,
Astros coming out of nowhere.
And again, if you're looking at how it's set up, a wild card is coming from the Central. So we have to finish second here.
Yes.
If we finish second, we're guaranteed a wild card. But otherwise, we're battling the Astros. Because those 6 teams are the top 6 teams in the league.
Yeah, definitely.
Fall off to the Yankees.
Yeah.
Again, here's the problem. Don't do it. 62 and 47 is like bleeding all the NLs except for the West.
I'm about to say, you look over the NL and you have 62 wins and you're leading the East. You're tied for the Central, and you're definitely in the wild card. Like you're owning the wild card at that point. So we're just in the worst sub league, Yeah,
we're just got BAPIP'd essentially.
Yeah. Pretty much.
That Rick Renteria. He's gonna. Oh, we should do right before we leave. We should double check, make sure everybody's happy. Everybody's happy, ecstatic. I think our stuff has actually gone up.
We're starting to win more games, and I think we got rid of some disruptive people, even though technically Hicks is unmotivated.
Is that something that's going to go away now that he's on the team? Like we just got him.
That's just his personality, unfortunately. The only way he'll change that personality is if he goes and sees a shrink or a monk.
Do we have any shrinks or monks?
I highly doubt in Chicago there are shrinks or monks.
Pitching
maybe if we were in
like
Seattle, maybe we'd have one.
And the pitching coach likes him, so that's good.
Really? Okay. It's just the manager that doesn't like him.
Yeah, because he's a power.
Again, it's a Renteria problem.
Yeah. He's a power pitcher, so we're working. We got that type working.
Oh yeah.
Adrian Monk. We got Caden Monkey, who we can draft in 2023. Monk Klein, sadly retired. Monk Double, also retired. Sherlock Monk.
Wow, that's a name.
Monk Sherlock. The 1930 Philadelphia A's, I assume?
Wow. Only had 1 year. Bummer.
38 RBI, though.
That's not bad.
Yo, 324, 383, and not the power, 398 slugging. I mean, I'll take that.
I mean, that was back in the age of, like, you hit singles and doubles, that's it. So that's great.
Is there a Sherlock Monk perfect team card?
I highly doubt it.
And if there is not, can we... What just happened?
God.
Oh my god, what just happened? Oh my god, what just happened?
Hey, Riley!
Austin Riley, let's go! I saw a guy jumping out of the batter's box. I saw the score change to 2-1. I'm very excited.
There we go.
Let's go.
Top of the ninth. That's clutch. Coming through. This is his rookie year, right?
No, sure.
Second year. Second year for Riley, I believe.
Is he might be rookie eligible. I don't know how many technically he played last year. So.
Played 80 games last year, so yeah. Technically, that was his rookie campaign last year. But still, great to see that guy getting the clutch homer right there. That's fantastic.
He's no Duran.
Oh, come on now. He just hit a playoff home run. He's got to get some respect for that.
Did you know that in 2019, Baseball America ranked Austin Riley as the #1 Braves prospect?
Yes. That hasn't gone so well, unfortunately.
Why not? He just hit a home run in Game 1 of the NLDS.
That's true. It's worked out, but you know.
Monk Sherlock. Yeah, see if we have a Monk Sherlock card. Okay, that's going to do it. Thank you guys for watching. Bye. I'm tired. I need to eat dinner. I was going to eat dinner before this, but that, as I said, that Freddie Freeman home run, I was so excited for the game. Freddie Freeman hit a home run, sucked the energy out of me. I was like, so happy.
Just the relief flooding through.
Yeah. And now we got Acuna up.
Oh, good grief.
What does Acuna do on 3-0 counts from, or I guess 3-1 technically, when he hit that bomb off Walker Buehler back in the Dizzy. But all right, guys, thank you very much for watching. Alex, how's things going?
I'm sorry?
How's things going?
Things are going great.
Did you find my Hat Club hat bag yet?
No, I have not.
I need you.
Attempted to look for it.
And I need you and Jake, maybe Logan Paul, whichever one likes to break into the Scottsdale Mall. See if the Hat Club has a hat bag for me.
You do know he's been booked for that. Or not booked, but charged. He's been charged for that.
The world is a very weird place. 2020 is really weird.
Can't be doing that to our malls here in Arizona. Come on. That's the only place we can go to cool off. Leave our malls alone, please.
Big fan of the Scottsdale Mall.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good mall.
They have a hat. So I bought so many hats at Hat Club last time. I went to Lids and bought the Lids little hat ship thing to take with you on the airplane. My little travel hat holder. It's very good. Cavans, you can check out the forums at forums.ootpdevelopments.com. Alex just put a link to the thread so you can read more about that. If you got questions, comments, concerns, there's a Q&A page where Marcus is answering all your questions. Nothing changes. Everything's Gucci. We got extra base hits. Let's go. Ronald Acuna.
There you go. Acuna.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. Follow us on Twitter at OOTP Baseball, Facebook.com/OOTP Baseball. Make sure you're following us here on Twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. Hit that follow button up top. Turn your notifications on because I don't know when our next stream is going to be. Maybe we'll have a Baseball America stream tomorrow night. Who knows? Definitely Wednesday will be a Franchise Hockey Manager stream. And lots of stuff going on. Follow us everywhere. Turn notifications on. If you missed any of this stream or watch any of the other, or if you want to watch any of the other, currently 11:11 on the East Coast. So, just let you know. If you want to watch any of the other Chicago Hope streams, youtube.com/OOTP Developments is where you can find those. And thank you for joining me, everyone in the chat. All lot number of you. I know that was a big number before.
621.
Right now, there's 621 people watching us.
Oh yeah,
you are lying to me. If
they're
there's 621 people,
man.
in this chat, please press 1 in the chat right now. I want to see 619 ones in the chat right now. I don't believe it. I see 1. I see 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Now, okay, maybe.
We're gonna be here for a while, TJ.
All right. I understand. Okay, I got you.
They're here for your beard. That's what they're here for.
They don't fear the beard. They're here for the beard.
Oh yeah.
622 now. Good call. Update. All right, great. All right, guys. I think we've gotten you like 9 PT packs.
That's enough.
This was a 2-hour.
Hey, that's how it goes. When I'm ever on a stream, it just somehow manages to double in the duration length. What happens.
I'm not just trying to look at what's going on in the game. Because now the Fox Sports app has like turned it sideways in my phone.
Oh no!
So I don't know what's going on. Thank you guys. On third. Eleanor Frisbee, I get the joke. Thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. For me, for Alex, for Duran. We'll see you in the next one. So take it easy, folks. Shock us to the sky, mix it up for the A. Later, guys.